I wasn't recording.
No. Okay, so you want to start?
No.
That one's recording?
Yeah, but
Okay.
we'll just take it.
Take two?
I'm so sorry. I have my chip in there. We started recording on the video and then not the audio, as I was bragging about my audio levels being so much higher than everyone else's. So I had you do a mic check, and I had you start talking about the event in Garda, Italy. It's called Lift. What's it called?
Garda Lift on Fire.
Lift on Fire.
Yeah.
So you're describing that it's just outside of Milan.
Yeah, 2.5 hours outside of Milan.
And it's at an abandoned castle.
Abandoned castle on top of a hill, about a half a kilometer up.
Yeah.
It's 600 steps.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference in elevation of 150 meters.
Okay. So what's the incline? Like, is there a variable?
There's a variable incline. So as it goes to about 85 degrees incline.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a point, you've heard of a Jacob ladder?
Yes.
So at a point, majority of the people go into Jacob's ladder mode, and it's just hands and feet to get up there. The training for this, when I first thought about this event, I was in Sicily in June. So just the day or a couple days.
That first initial reading.
Yeah. And I've never done a firefighter competition before. And while I was in Italy, in Sicily, this came across my feed, and I said to Francesca, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go do this." And she's like, "Yeah." She was preoccupied with family, so it didn't matter what I said. She was like all on board. So I signed up. There was a waiting list for it, and then they're like, a spot opened up. Do you want to do it? And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Mm-hmm.
The pictures do it no justice. Like, you don't get a true understanding of the height, the elevation, all that stuff.
Right.
When I got there and I looked up the stairs, there was a point in me that thought I bit off too much.
Yeah.
More than I could chew. And
well, it's the competition. I mean, I know it's not really like you're not trying to like outdo anyone. Maybe that's not your intention. But what was like the age? And it was both men and women.
It's men and women. It's full bunker gear on air.
Yeah.
So
oxygen.
No air. Oxygen is
flammable.
You know, we don't use oxygen.
You know what? As you were saying it, like that makes sense because it applies to like the hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah.
Like people are like, I want to have a nasal cannula of oxygen. I'm like, no, it's gonna blow up. What are you talking about? You don't know.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. So you have it's air, ambient air that's compressed.
Ambient air compressed.
Yeah.
And it's dry too. So unlike the air that we're breathing right now, there's some moisture in it. This one is dry. So you do feel it when you're under working load.
Yeah.
You do feel that dryness.
I guess that's for weight, right? Humid air would be
no, I'm not quite sure. It's just the way the machine works. It takes the moisture out of it.
Okay.
But where did we leave off there? Got a little sidetracked.
I interrupted about who's making up this competition. Like
so
men and women, ages.
This is the
Are we the oldest?
No, there was one gentleman that was 59.
Not that you're so old.
No, not that old.
But it sounds like it's a very like.
It's very intense. So this is the third year, but they have these kinds of competitions around Europe, where they have one in Switzerland. It's 4,000 steps, and it takes an hour to do. But there are guys that train. This is all they train for, is they do this. So my time was 16 minutes to do this event. The guy that came in first was 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
Wow.
But these guys train for this. Mind you, he's a fraction of my age as well. And but they're running this. So but my intent was not to like first, second, or third. My intent was to finish.
Complete it. What percentage of the entrants completed the event? Do you know?
There was 273 of us. About 60 did not finish.
Oh,
either they ran out of air on the way up, or they pulled their mask. Right, so it gets to a point where it's just like,
so pulling your mask, like you disqualified.
You're disqualified. So they physically like grab the mask and pull it off their face. There's a point where you feel like I can't breathe.
Yeah,
and they just yank it.
So is it like you need the oxygen, or is it that's a component of the event that you have to maintain?
You have to keep it on.
Yeah.
You have to keep it on. Yeah. So that's part of.
What is that called? Like, is that just being called like it being in full gear, or is that?
It's full gear.
Yeah.
You're full gear on air.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Okay. And so you in your training, so you had a good time, especially for it being your first time and the age.
It's a great experience. For me, it was a phoenix rising from the ashes sort of
Wow.
thing. Because there was a point there where there was a point where I was going to pull my mask. I felt like this is, like I said, it was a little bit too much. All right. And
How
then
far in? Like near the end?
about halfway.
Halfway through.
In that transition point. So the stairs, as you start the stairs, it would be a normal staircase.
Yeah.
But it's that transition where it goes to that 85 degree, where your legs are on fire. Your legs are burning. Your lungs are burning. The thought process in your head changes. Can I do this? What have I done? You take a few seconds to gather your composure, and then I just kept going.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think we had previously spoke about you have some like numbers in terms of your oxygen usage.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy with that. So
you were?
I was very happy with that. I was 57th overall in air consumption. So my air consumption was very good. Basically, when I get to a working environment, so if I was in a fire or whatever it is, my air consumption, I'm still able to work. Where a lot of other people had not as good air consumption, which just means when they were to get to, so when you're pulling hose through a building, you get to a point where it basically is your VO2 max. How well is your body using?
Yeah, I thought that was cool because the event itself included those metrics because it was part of. Yeah. So to see actually your efficiency of oxygen consumption and utilization, and you had great numbers for that. That's really cool.
I was very happy because you got to think there are guys that just train for this all the time. Where I had a very short window of training. So, it was every shift that I'm at work, I'm on the staircase, I'm on air, I'm working out that way. And so my window for training was very short, but I was very happy with the air consumption portion of it.
Sure. How long were you specifically training for this event? Like what time did you decide?
It would have been July, like when I came back from Sicily, which would have been
from the beginning of July to September,
August. Yeah, so July,
pretty much August. A month and a half.
Yeah, and it's only 7 days a month because I'm only at the fire hall 7 days a month.
So you only trained.
I can only train on air.
So you were limited by that. Yeah. So that's pretty good. That's really good.
I'm very happy with that.
You gonna do it again?
Yeah. I already have it in my head. I'm going to do it again.
That's good. That's good. Coffee break. We gulp our organo at the same time.
I love it.
I know you. I do too. I exclusively
there was for this though. I want to thank you for the nutrients that you supplied.
Oh yeah, that was the second section we wanted to talk about.
Oh, do you want to wait to talk?
No,
about that?
No. That's the
but
good segue.
I found that helped. There was a point there where I didn't listen to your advice, where you said, "Don't take too many; it's going to bother your stomach." And I'm like, "What does Dr. Jason know, really?" And so
it was just an intuition.
Yeah.
So you did My Formula, Mitotime, and the NAD Pro.
Yes.
So those two together are working on mitochondrial function, increasing ATP. Energy expenditure versus production, and so just making your cells more efficient with metabolic function, and with that trickle down impact of improving, hopefully your work output.
So I believe it had a very positive effect considering the time change.
Okay.
Right. So coming from here, going there. We've all experienced when you take that jet lag.
Yeah, right? It's hard going east to Europe.
So I felt that I was able to recover from my jet lag a lot faster. My recovery, so the 9/11 staircase runs that we do.
Yeah.
I did that this year. It was in Hamilton, and my legs after were just burning. It was very painful. But I didn't have that experience this time.
Yeah.
Really,
Okay.
it's, so different type of run, because the one in Hamilton, you go up the staircase, you come back down to go back up, and you do that 7 times.
I see.
So I don't believe it was so much the climbing up the stairs as opposed to coming back down, that impact of coming down.
Okay.
But this one here, and I also did a little small bit of baking soda just prior to the run, just to help with the
lactic
acid. But there was a gentleman that works the Garda lift. He's one of the maintenance guys there, and so the 3 days prior to the run, I would be walking through the town, and I would go to roughly where the start area is, because I don't know what the course is, so I would go roughly to, based on the videos where I see people, so I would go and I would walk the course to get to the staircase. And so I'm standing there one day, and the gentleman looks at me. He goes, "Oh, are you running this race on Saturday?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." He goes, "Don't eat anything or drink anything the morning of." Right? Wow. And I'm like, "Oh." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I've seen people have a bad experience." I'm like, "Good advice. Thank you so much."
Yeah. Stomach, eh?
Yeah. I asked him to. I go, "So do you walk these stairs?" He goes, "Yeah, once a week for maintenance purposes." I go, "How long does it take you?" He goes, "About 25 minutes. But he goes, "I stop. I look at the scenery,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's having a good time when he's doing it.
Good life there. And then other things that you were also doing. You were doing peptides, I believe.
I was doing peptides just before I left. Obviously, you can't take them with you on the aircraft. So I didn't take those with me.
Which ones do you recall?
BPC 157.
Yeah. Okay.
So I took that. I had increased my salt intake a lot prior to. I was very strict with my eating. A lot of protein, very low or no carbs or sugar.
Before the event?
Months before the event. Yeah.
That's interesting, because a lot of people, they'll be like, at this kind of endurance event, they'll start bringing in carbs.
Yeah, my focus was the other way around, where I was trying to build muscle, but let the body use what fuel source it already has, right?
To burn what you had. Because, for comparison's sake, in February, and this is kind of like what we call your off season, I guess, your weight was higher than it was when we measured in July, about 10 pounds. But in the process of going from February, and the number was like 213.8 pounds, by July, you dropped down to 203. So more than 10 pounds weight loss, but gained about 3 pounds of muscle and dropped about 6% body fat. So you kind of already slimmed down leading up to about this time, roughly when you were about to begin training. And then when we measured you again after the event, your weight continued to go up another pound or so of muscle, and the body fat stayed low, 18%. So that was great. That was kind of like your physical peak. Like, it's a good assessment just after the event, because you really brought down your body fat, you built up your muscle, your weight overall was down, but you were actually noticing a gain in muscle, so that was bringing up your weight at some point. And then in comparison to today, where it's kind of like you're off season a little bit. Where it's the dessert phase.
100%.
Which is okay.
I'm allowing myself to enjoy,
as you should,
the sweets, the breads.
Yeah, you're indulging a little bit because
indulging a little bit.
You accomplished what you had to do.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to be at peak performance all year. What are you, a superhero?
No, far from.
You're pretty close.
But if I can keep the numbers where they are now.
Yeah, so your weight is overall down. You lost a little muscle, gained a little body fat. No big deal. But
the training's changed too.
Sure. What is it now?
I'm not lifting heavy weights. It's more
a bit more cardio.
A little bit more cardio.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I start off with jumping exercises, stretching exercises.
Okay.
Swinging my, just getting the blood flowing, getting the heart going, stuff like that.
Well, that showed up in your live blood. We did your live blood analysis today.
I was happy with that.
You should be, especially.
What was it? What did you say?
In the past?
In the past?
In the past, I think I was justified in saying I saw better blood on a dead cat.
Yeah.
Which you haven't let me forget. But I mean, today's blood is a cat with its full nine lives intact.
Yeah.
Really good blood flow, separation of cells, very minimal to no inflammatory markers. The blood looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
and that's even despite the dialing back the intensity of your training and your discipline with your diet. You're indulging a little bit. Still no ill effects. It's good.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something to be said about, like, you don't have to be fully on and like killing it every day of the year.
No, I'm not. Here it is. The environment I work in is athletic based.
Sure.
Obviously, you have to be physically fit to do a job, or this type of job. But I'm not a pro athlete. So I'm not a football player. I'm not a hockey player where these guys have to be tuned in every single day for the season.
Well,
right?
You're saying it because during the season, sure, but then they're off season.
They're off season. They indulge a little bit, right? They can.
The point I'm trying to direct is, so a lot of people, they're like, I don't think I can maintain such a strict level of, I can never eat anything that I like, or I always have to be, super active at a certain level. I think what you experienced and the results are showing is brief or shorter periods of more intense exercise and discipline can have a longer, more sustained impact and maintaining those benefits that you received while you were in that intensity. Meaning, let's say, give a 3-month window. Maybe you train and you diet really well for 6 weeks. Maybe the following 6 weeks, even if it's 80% of where you were diet and exercise-wise, you're still going to have those benefits. It's not like you have to kill it permanently. Your body has an ability to yield results, make positive changes, but the day that the competition ends or the day that you decide, okay, I'm not going to do 4 workouts a week, I'm going to do 2, all those gains don't magically just disappear. Like you've upregulated certain levels of metabolic function and energy utilization and oxygen use, like all those metrics that we were measuring and then you had access to. You're still, almost like 2 months out, you still have great results showing up in your blood, in your in-body, and how you're feeling. So I think that's an interesting concept for people to understand is you don't have to kill it permanently at high levels endlessly. Yeah, I think you can taper up and down.
Yeah, it would be too much. At my age, I think to try to be intense like that all the time would just be a little too much. So to have a little break, now that I've seen those numbers, there's obviously I'm not pleased with the numbers to the point where I thought your machine needs to be recalibrated. But
the numbers
obviously
are bad.
It's
the machine.
Yeah, it's the machine.
When they're good, it's you.
Of course. But when I look at these numbers now, it kind of gives me a goal to think about what's my next phase. What I mentioned this earlier. I'm about to start a 5-day fast.
Yeah. I'm glad you
because it's 5 days away from the hull now. I don't have the stresses, the temptations, but the stresses of work as well. Yeah. Running of the calls in the middle of the night, all that stuff. Obviously, which has an effect. So,
is there a certain call that we can talk about yet, or is it still under investigation?
Under investigation.
Never mind.
We can't. No.
Never mind.
Until you see it out on the news.
It's not public knowledge yet. Fine.
Knowledge, yeah.
That's fine. But he's an honorable guy. He does. That's it. That's fine. You don't mind me. I'm just an investigative reporter.
Of course, I get it. If I could talk about it, I would only be able to talk about what I know, which is still very little. Right.
That's okay. That's okay.
But
we'll just skip it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say yet.
People saw it on the news. So
I know.
And what they
can I say what the event was?
You can obviously it's public knowledge. I don't have any insight onto
That's totally fair.
what happened. Yeah.
So Brian is at the fire hall at is it Pearson?
Yep.
So there was a crash, well, an event with a plane that ended up, and there was various factors that they're still under investigation.
Yeah.
And so shortly after it happened, I messaged you. I'm like, you guys okay? Because I assumed you guys were front and center for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, yeah, we're good, but still under investigation.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about it.
Can't talk about
And
it.
then like, a few months later, I'm like, hey,
Still can't talk about it.
all right, no
Yeah.
problem. So I'm glad everyone was okay.
Yeah.
I think it was I don't think there was any mortalities or
No, nothing.
It was
No.
okay. It was okay. I won't say a happy ending, but I mean, it's
Positive outcome.
yeah, it could have been worse.
Of a negative
Yeah,
event.
it could have been
There
really
you go.
bad, and it was okay. But yeah, this guy's in the line of fire, if you will.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, but when it happens, you're there.
Yeah.
You're the first. You're running to it, not running away from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's a great group of individuals I work with.
That's good.
Very well motivated, very positive leader.
Mm-hmm.
Always pushing us to be better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great environment to be in.
Well, that's it's. I think there's a social construct or narrative of like you guys just hanging out playing cards,
Yeah, no.
and I know that's not true.
There is downtime.
It's like saying police, then they just go eat donuts.
Yeah, no, they don't do that too.
I bet they do eat donuts. Not all day.
Just like what we talked about, we can't be dialed in all the time, right? You can't be training 100% at the hall because when an event happens, you got to be prepared as well. So if you're just dialed in all the time, just like, if you show up first thing in the morning and say, okay, we're going to, do this exercise to mimic this event, and you're giving it 100%, and then an hour later, an event happens.
The exact event happens.
Or any event, right? You don't want to be so exhausted that you can't give 100%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a hockey team. Like they have practice and
Exactly.
they have practice games or whatever drills, but it's not a full 60-minute game because
That's right.
then they have to play a real 60-minute game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah. So, and you were saying the next phase. What is that going to look like? Is this,
I have.
is he not ready for public?
No. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about it. Obviously the numbers here give me some sort of motivation too.
Well, is there another event coming?
There's multiple events that are happening in 2026. Two of the individuals that are on my shift do the Firefighter Combat Challenge here in North America.
Oh, okay.
And they've asked me to, like, hey, do you want to partake? Like, do you want to be in this?
Yeah.
Unlike the one in Italy where it's an open category, it's like men and women.
Yeah,
There's no age categories. The ones here, they have men, women. They have age categories. They have combination teams where you have mixed male, female, and they run different portions of the event. So I'm looking at it as like, could I be in the 55 and over category? And obviously, if I'm going to compete, I want to be able to do well.
Sure.
It doesn't matter, first, second, or third, but I want to be able to do well. So this next phase is, when is the first event? How much time do I need prior to the event to kind of mentally? The physical part of it is pretty easy to get into. Mm-hmm. It's the mental aspect of it that you have to be like, am I prepared to do this event? And it's not just the event, it's, you have to leave the house. You have to, now you're traveling, you have to take time off of work. There's a whole bunch of things that have to go into play prior to doing something like this.
Okay. Do you think that that'll be what guides the direction of your next phase of training, or are you kind of like, I just want to like get into a general state?
The combat challenges that they have here are different. It's not a staircase.
Yeah.
You can Google it or YouTube it. It's, how do they say? It's the hardest 2 minutes in sports.
Oh, interesting.
the record holder is minute 30s
Interesting.
for this.
So it's like what you can imagine, like, carrying a ladder, throwing.
There's
stuff
elements
on.
there's elements that you would use in firefighting. So climbing upstairs, carrying a hose during that event, raising a lifted, a weighted item, coming back down the stairs, simulating forcible entry, pulling a hose, shooting water at a target, dummy drag, and that now is compressed into a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Right, but guys are giving it 100%, right,
Sure.
for that minute and 30.
Okay.
That is easily physically, like, you can train for that.
Mm-hmm.
The mental aspect of it is going to be a new challenge for me, right? That just preparing for something that I've never done it, like the combat challenge, never done that. So preparing for something like that.
Did you have a concern with the mental challenge for the lift?
Honestly, I just thought, it's just stairs. They're just stairs. I could do that.
You didn't overthink it.
And
you underthought.
And in June, when we were in Calabria, in Tropea, where we were staying compared to the beach, every morning it's down a staircase, and at the end of the day, when you got to get back up, day one, you're not used to it, so you're like, man, this is tiring. By the end of the week, it's like, it's just, you just walk up the stairs. So honestly, I didn't mentally think that it's going to be hard. When I saw it, that's when I was like, oh my God, this is intense. And then I had a very short window. I had 3 days to mentally prepare myself for the event.
Yeah. Okay. It's exciting. And you had good results. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good
I
for
had
you.
positive results.
Positive. That's what I meant by good.
Yeah. Well, there were individuals that did not finish.
Yeah.
Either they ran out of air or they pulled their mask. There were individuals that were younger than me that
had a slower time.
Had slower times.
Yeah.
Very well organized event. The whole town gets into it. So
that's nice.
the fire department there is all volunteers. So they all come together and they put this event together.
And they received you very well. I think you told me.
They were phenomenal.
Yeah.
They treated me like I was a 20-year veteran at that hall.
Oh,
it was just absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Good group of people.
Yeah. Good. See? Everyone likes a firefighter. Everyone should be friends with a firefighter.
Everyone should just be friendly with everybody. How's that? Yeah.
Because we have to. I mean, firefighters have like a good vibe. The firefighters are like the good cop. The cops
yeah, I'm sure.
don't have
I guess.
the same.
I don't know.
I mean, I have friends that are cops too, but they're more intense. Firefighters like, we'll put it out. Don't worry
it's
about
different. They got to deal with something different.
That's why. That's my point.
They're dealing with something different.
Yeah.
They're dealing with different people.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Different circumstances.
Yeah.
So.
You just deal with fire.
No. I like cops, man. I like EMS. I like that whole world. So
I mean, you guys are the ones that show up to the party.
No, but I mean, even when I get pulled over by a cop, I'm not like, oh man, cop. It's just like, hey man, that's his job. That's what he's got to do.
You ever do one of these, buddy?
Nope.
Never.
No.
Why? Dude, I would have 3 badges. They're like, do you have a driver's license? A fold out. With the pictures of your kids. I'll be like, badge.
No.
See ya.
No.
I'm gonna go back to speeding, not wearing a seatbelt.
No. I don't speed and get caught, but there have been times. Obviously, I find that if you're just respectful, you treat them with the respect that they deserve.
Because you're around them sufficiently, and like at the hall. Like, do you find that there's sort of like a rhetoric or like a tone or a way to carry yourself that maybe they can recognize that you're in like...
I think the tone that you take with anybody, right, will either determine how they react with you. So just like you and I here right now, if I was just like, yep.
Oh, you sound like a cop.
it's going to be this conversation wouldn't be as
I
good.
mean, I think you can tell
so-
when someone's like what's it called? It's just not on duty. Like someone like on the force.
Someone that's in emergency services.
Yeah, but there's a cooler word for that.
I don't know. I think that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, to be honest. I know. I'm just saying, you guys have a vibe. You probably give it off. I don't have police vibe.
I think that's true. I
Yeah.
think if you were to look at somebody and you know, they're 6'5", you know, and they're really built and you know, they have that sharp haircut.
Oh, like a
You
crew
could probably,
cut.
yeah, you know, you could probably say, you know, military, police, fire,
MMA.
you know, MMA. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's more cauliflower ear when you notice
Oh,
that.
you'll
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I have some patience. Oops. They're doing a better job draining it now. Before, like, poor guy had his ear all clawed and then just, like, let it, like, puff out and just, like, look like a bunch of grapes.
Yeah.
But now they get a little bit more proactive with draining it. Once it happens, it doesn't look terrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about.
What?
Cauliflower ear. No, this is good. Hey, I'm proud of you. You did really good. You did great at the event. You have great numbers. Your blood looks good. You're on a good roll.
I believe we talked about this in the past about the machine.
Your machine.
The machine.
Your physical.
The machine itself. Just like a car, you know, you give it good fuel, it's going to run good. You know,
Yeah.
you change the oil when it's meant to, you know, it's going to run good. It's the same thing with this. Like there was supplementation that assisted in what I got from you, organo, salt packets. All these little things were contributing factors to
Your
the
peptides.
peptides.
Yeah.
All these were, you know, factors into having a positive event.
So I think like my summative or like my like little moral of the story is I actually think that when you have an endpoint or something that you're working towards, a goal of some kind, an event, that it makes it way easier for you to tailor a program because you're giving yourself a timeline and a time frame. You're highlighting areas that you need to address. So you went through kind of like, I need to, you know, recover. I need to build up my energy. I need to, you know, build up my muscle. I need to drop some weight. I need to, all these things, maintain my diet. And they all kind of came together at a focal point.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you pulled back on those efforts to some extent, you're not 50% off. You're 80% still on and still maintaining all those benefits that like physiologically, internally, your blood levels, your body comp. So I think it's good that we, you know, whether it's for men or men and women and people who just want to maintain some health parameters, sometimes it's hard to have like an endless, like, well, I have a gym membership and I go 3 times a week. That's great. And if it's really good if you have like a motivating factor of like, I just like to go.
Yeah.
But I think it's more powerful when you have like
A
something,
goal.
like
Yeah.
a competition or an event that's coming or some kind of parameter that's like, I need to get to this point by this time. And then you get there or you get close to it or you surpass it. And then what's next? Because I think, you know, there's only so much body fat you can lose. There's only so much muscle you can put on your body. But then now you're using your body as a machine in like an effort, a concerted effort. I'm like, there's a competition. You know what? I never really was into it. But now I think I could do that.
Yeah. And I think with what I did prior to this event,
Yeah.
taking this little break now, setting that next goal, the numbers will come back to me a lot easier.
For
Like
sure.
The results will be so much easier
Yeah.
to attain.
Yep.
You know, it's muscle memory or like,
Yeah.
you know, the body just understands like, hey,
We've trained for this
We've trained
before.
for this before. So we're going to, you know, it's going to be easier.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect. I think that's it.
That's it for
Conversation.
the conversation or that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's it.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
No, other than
Any
thanks.
more bragging?
No, there's no, it's not bragging.
You should. You did good.
No, it's not bragging.
So proud of you.
I appreciate that, but it's not about bragging.
It's not. bragging.
No.
It's a little bit about bragging.
It really isn't. I enjoy it. But it's
If
not
you
about
didn't
bragging.
do well, would you be as happy with it? No.
I was 204th out of 273, with obviously a multitude of individuals that didn't finish. But if I was 205th, I would just be as happy because I completed.
I didn't know you were that low on the standings.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just totally
But
joking.
here, no,
Totally
but
joking.
this is how well the event is done. The number that they give you,
Yeah.
the little tag, has a chip in it. So when you cross the start line, it's recorded, and when you cross the finish line, it's recorded. So there's no discrepancy in
Yeah.
the timing.
That's neat.
But every time you stop, so between 200 and 204, it was 1604.1, 1604.2. It was like fractions of a second. Because when you stop for that split second,
Wow. So
the clock is still going.
So it's a very tight.
It's a very tight race, yeah.
Wow.
So like first, second, and third, fractions of a second between
Finishing, considering it, training for it is already an accomplishment. Completing it is a huge accomplishment.
100%, yeah.
And you did well.
Considering people do not finish.
Yeah, and you
Right,
you, did,
so-
you trained for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, when's
and
the Olympics?
No Olympics for me.
What would be your competition?
Stairs.
No, seriously, an Olympic event. What would it be?
Oh, man.
What would be the most similar to that? Cross country?
Cross country? No, because I'm not a runner. I'm not a runner,
skiing.
so I
don't
couldn't.
know.
No.
What's the,
No cross country.
There's any stairs? There's no stairs
No.
in the Olympics. Maybe there should be.
Maybe there should be.